Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning, I'm Joanna Coles, and we are kicking it up this morning with some espresso and some steak. Kaya, two of my favorite things. Kaya Twisselman with the Kentucky Beef Council is here with us today and all week talking about May is Beef Month.
Yes, May is Beef Month, and we have a lot to celebrate for Beef Month. We have 38,000 cattle farmers all across the state of Kentucky, and we're the largest beef producing state east of the Mississippi River, so we want to celebrate, of course, by enjoying delicious beef, right?
Absolutely, and you guys kind of have a theme this year.
We do.
Beef, bourbon, bluegrass.
Yes, so we figured what better way to celebrate the Kentucky beef industry than by celebrating Kentucky, and bourbon is of course part of that Kentucky story too. So all of our recipes are bourbon infused in some way. So today we are cooking a little bit fancier beef meal, and we have some bourbon infusion, of course, to go along with our theme.
So let's talk about the recipe.
Yes, so our recipe is an espresso-bourbon steak with mashed sweet potatoes.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, you got that punch of energy with that punch of bourbon.
And we start this with a filet or tenderloin.
Yes, so we have some tenderloins here, and tenderloins tend to be a little bit more expensive cut of beef, and that is because they are the most tender. It's also sometimes called filet mignon. But what I would say is that if you don't have a filet, or it's just not in your budget to buy fillets, listen, I understand that. This is a great, the sauce we're gonna make is really delicious for any cut of beef that you're using, so you can make this work for your budget if you still like the idea of the recipe. So.
Absolutely, and this is probably about the serving size that we actually need to be getting,
yes.
Right?
So one serving size of beef is about 3 ounces, so it's about the size of your palm here. This is America, so usually when you go to a restaurant, they'll give you 3 or 4 sizes or servings, but this is about 1 serving each of these fillets here. Because it is a little bit higher end cut of beef and it really is super tender, we don't have to do a lot to it. So the only thing we're gonna put on this cut today is we're just gonna do some cracked black pepper on both sides of this. Now, if it is bad weather, which hopefully it stays good weather from here on out for a while, you can put these in a cast iron skillet if you're in your house or something, but I also like to do them on the grill because I try to do everything on the grill. It's kind of like my own personal challenge just to see what I can cook on the grill.
And so these, we just grill them to about 145, right?
Yep, so for all your steaks and roasts, you want to make sure that you're grilling them to about 145 degrees, and the best way to know if it is 145 degrees is to use a meat thermometer. We highly recommend using meat thermometers. Some people like to use the touch method, but this really is the best way to know if they're ready to rock and roll.
You can be absolutely sure. So we're gonna get those on the grill.
Yes.
But the bourbon is in the sauce, right?
The bourbon is in the sauce, yes. So while these are gonna be on the grill, I'm just gonna pop these on the grill here real quick. So
grab
get that on the grill.
Make sure the grill's hot.
Yes,
so we get that
so
good
our grill
sear.
is on medium-high heat, about 350 degrees, and we're gonna let that do its thing. And while those are cooking, what you're gonna do is you're gonna prepare this in a saucepan. Now this is where you'll have to go back inside the house. You can't just be grilling the whole time. But some people can actually put their, like a cast iron skillet
they have a burner or
on
something.
the grill, or if they have a burner on the side of the grill, it works great. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring our ingredients to a boil. And what is in this sauce is we have some maple syrup, some lemon juice, a little bit of soy sauce, bourbon, of course, a little bit of cracked black pepper, and then some espresso powder. And if you don't have espresso powder, we found this espresso powder seasoning. You can even just use a little bit of coffee grounds too, just to give it a little bit of that flavor in there.
And coffee and beef actually go really well together.
They do. Last year's winning Derby burger that we celebrate every May as well actually was a coffee and cocoa powder rub on a burger patty. And it really surprises people. They're like, coffee on beef? But it is really great. The flavors pair really well together. The fats in the beef really bring out the coffee flavor. They pair nicely.
So it brings it a real nice depth of flavor. So I mean, the beef, I could eat a tenderloin just by itself, but this sauce is going to add. So when we get our sauce and we boil it and then let it kind of simmer, do we just kind of brush it on or dip it in?
So I like to just drizzle it over the top, and when you simmer it, it's going to reduce to about half, so it's going to be a little bit thicker consistency. Really good you can even dress it up on your plate if you're trying to do date night, make it a little extra fancy. And we paired this with just mashed sweet potatoes and some green beans, so you'll get some good veggies on the side there with your delicious, wholesome, lean beef. So tenderloin too, it's tasty, super tender, and it's also lean, so you're getting a lot of that protein pack without a ton of fat, which is awesome.
Win win all the way around. Now, Kaya, where can we find these recipes?
These recipes are all on kybeef.com, and you'll find all of our bourbon-infused recipes there and more information about Beef Month and how people can join us in celebrating.
All right, well, Kaya, I certainly appreciate you being here, and go get this recipe. I'm telling you, it smells amazing. I can't wait. Hopefully, I get a little bite after this is all over. So, Kaya, thanks for visiting with us today. Make sure to visit kybeef.com and follow them on their social media networks. But if you have any questions about raising beef or about how to cook beef, make sure to contact your local extension office. Have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.